to another episode of the Daddy Daughter Dishes podcast. I am your host, Kiara, and I have my co-host, my dad,
BJ.
BJ. Good. Yes. So this is episode 2. We are out of the newness of the podcast, Dad. How are you feeling this week, man? How First of all, mental health check-in. How are you doing?
Um, I I am well. Um, Somebody asked me that same question this morning.
Mm-hmm.
Um, Today is February 8th. Today is the day that we dropped the official first episode. So we've been getting feedback on that. Everything has been great. Once again, I want to thank each and every person who has reached out, who's listened, tuned in to YouTube, like, shared, sent us messages. Like, it's everything has been so positive. And like we touched on last time, I just think we got something special. But February 8th is Anne Marie, my mother's birthday. God rest her soul. I woke up this morning. wasn't It wasn't bad, and then I kind of was checking in with everybody as far as my siblings and whatnot. And my brother posted a video that that your mom made
Mm-hmm.
for her services. You know, playing her one of at the time was two of her favorite. Well, it wasn't two of her favorite songs, but we decided to throw the Boys to Men Mama song in there, and her one of her songs at that time was Happy People by R.
Happy
Kelly.
people.
Now, don't y'all R. Kelly people come sending nobody no crazy shit, because my mama loved that song, and if I hear that song, I'm gonna play that song loud. That and
This
Stepping
was
in the Name of
this
Love.
was before all that crazy stuff came to surface.
I don't care when it was. She loved those two songs, and
And she would probably still love him to this day.
he ain't sending no. I don't think he's sending no subliminal messages in those two songs, Happy People
I
and Step in the Name of Love.
Hey, if
I
you
could
think
be
too hard,
wrong,
you might find
but
something.
I'm not analyzing it like that. When I hear those two songs, I think of my mother. But after that video stopped playing, I was taking in all the images and all the memories that came with those images. And when it stopped, man, I just had I call it a flush moment, kind of flushed my soul. And I shed some tears right before. And I believe that just got my day off, because after that, my day was fine. I was in a
Mhm.
good space, through therapy we talked about. I gave myself the space to feel that in that moment, just embrace it, lean into it, and just go with it. After that, I was good.
Look
So,
at my little healed. Look at my healing father talking about sat with my feelings and
oh yeah,
embraced them.
yes indeed.
That's so good. Yeah, that video definitely, because same. I literally woke up this morning. I was like, oh, the podcast dropped. And I was like, oh, it's Pinky's birthday. And I was like all happy and stuff. And then I got to work and I went to the bathroom and I just opened Facebook and there was the video and I sat in the bathroom at work for a good 15 minutes. Just I was watching at first and then I was like just enjoying it and watching some of the pictures, and then it was one of the pictures towards the end. It was just like one picture she had so much life, and then the next picture she was just kind of like, she was smiling but you could tell. And
Oh yeah.
so, and then there was like pictures of me and her when I was little, and then I was like, then there was the picture of you and her is what made me cry, where you sitting there on with the phone and she's laying up against you.
Um.
That was the one that triggered the tears. And like you, I just let them come out. My coworker who actually listens to the podcast, Sydney, she was like, you can really tell how much she meant to us. And I was like, yeah, that was our girl.
Yeah. That you talk about that particular picture, which that picture still it's on the refrigerator at the house, at my house, and I look at it quite often. that was taken in Columbia, Missouri, when TT Squeaky lived up there. Now we used to go up there when I worked in Metropolis when she was up there. It seemed like we was up there every weekend, if not every other weekend, just trying to
Mm-hmm.
lift her up and support her and just give her love through all that she was going through at the time. So yeah, it was an interesting morning slash day, but it was good. So
Mm-hmm.
there's no negativity whatsoever. I received a few messages from a couple people that was affected by the podcast that did drop this morning. Everything was positive. So found out some stuff that I did not know regarding one of my nieces. Shout out to Pooh. I love you. Uh, it's gonna be all right. We in a good place. We gonna stay in a good place. So I did not know what she had relayed to me in that, but we talked about it and we're still in a good space. It was I didn't know when she told
Mm-hmm.
me. I was like, damn, I didn't know. So yeah, it's been an interesting day, but we're here
Mm-hmm.
now. So we're gonna
We are here.
we're gonna
We are
drop it. We're gonna record another gem and
another
drop it for
gem.
the people. Cause we coast. Look. I'm gonna tell y'all something. Hey, this thing is it's coast to coast already. I know.
Daddy, it's international. We
Is it
got
international?
listeners. Yes, I just checked the stats. We got
Oh,
listeners all over. We
so
got Lamia in the Netherlands.
I was getting ready to say the girl that your friend that was in the wedding. She probably
Yep.
over across the water listening
But
to
it's
it.
some people down in South America and like France and stuff. I looked at the analytics. They over there too.
No,
So
see, I didn't know
shout
that.
out to the international folks.
Look at me subjecting us to borders and shit. That's messed up.
Look, you putting us in a box. Don't put us
Yeah,
in a
putting us
box.
in a
Think
box.
outside the box.
You right. So I'm getting excited because I know verified for me, just people I know from California to Maryland. That's why I said we coast to coast. But hell,
We bi-coastal.
we international. You got your passport.
I sure do.
I
Do
got
you
mine
have
too.
yours?
I don't got no stamps yet, but I got it.
You ain't got no stamps yet.
I ain't been out. I ain't been out nowhere exotic.
Then you gotta. Oh,
We
that
went to
is
Puerto
a
Rico,
U.S.
but
territory.
you don't need anything for Puerto
Yeah,
Rico.
I got a stamp. CJ got two stamps. He
CJ got two
fancy.
stamps. He fancy.
He's an exquisite traveler.
He bad and bougie.
Can't relate to us bums.
Hush your face.
But yeah, what was you saying? You were saying we bi-coastal. Was you gonna say anything else about that?
I was just gonna say, hey, we growing every day, every week. People. Hey, man, I'm telling you, I know we talked about it before, but I'm gonna keep talking about it because it makes me feel great.
It's still
We
fresh.
are. This thing is growing. People are very receptive of it. I'm getting text messages all the time, like what y'all are doing is awesome. I got a text message tonight out the blue from a friend I went to high school with, grew up with. She was like, "That is so cool what you and your daughter are doing. I've never seen anything like that. Keep doing what you're doing. I love that what y'all are showing on screen. It's just, man, it's just I'm excited about it. It got a lot of stuff going on. Like I had a job interview yesterday.
Yeah, I was gonna bring that up. I was gonna
Yeah.
ask you about that. How you've had an eventful week, Dad. How
And it's just Wednesday. Man.
and it's would you know that I was telling people the other day that I would get them something tomorrow, meaning I was saying Thursday. Like I was saying, yeah, I'll get it to you tomorrow, Thursday. And they was like, it's Tuesday. And I was like, well, you
you
see where
done
my head is at.
you done missed the whole day, huh?
I missed the whole day. I said I can't skip my grandma's birthday.
It be that way sometimes.
But
That's grown.
how
That's
was
grown people stuff.
how but how was your experience? What was the take us through the journey, man? I feel like the parent in this situation because I
I
was
know, right?
prepping you for
Because
your interview, reviewing your resume, giving you the pep talk and the salary questions. How you feel?
regarding that, I was very optimistic about my interview performance because going into it, I mean, it was crazy because last week I knew the guy that approached me about this job, this position, me and him been kind of talking back and forth. And he said, I'll be in contact. I'll send you some information. I'm trying to get the interview time set up. And when I do, I'll reach out. I was like, all right, cool. This was last week. So last week went by. I'm at work, working, just doing my thing. I build power lines. I'm a lineman. For
Not a
those who
football
don't know,
player.
not a football player. I build power lines. So we climb poles, and when your power go out, the people that come out and fix it, I'm part of that group of people.
He's a
Shout out,
pole climber.
shout out to the IBEW, International Brotherhood of Electrical
Magic
Workers, Local
Mike, the
702,
electric version.
7 Deuce in the house. Anyway, shout out to Mez Jamel Jr. Shoot,
Shout out to all the
all the
linemen.
linemen,
Very
everybody.
essential workers. Y'all get left out of the conversation when it comes to firemen and police officers. But let me tell you something. Who is the first? Who was on call when the tornado and hurricane warnings is out? Who travels?
Who travel
Who
in the
leaves their
hurricanes
family?
and
Who works?
tornadoes?
Yeah, everybody else come after, but y'all they need to put some respect on y'all name.
Hey, you know what? We got this thing we say even firemen need heroes. So
Oh,
yeah, even
you
firemen
gonna
need
get us
heroes.
canceled by the firemen?
Hey, that's just what it is. Anyway, so last Friday, I done went through the work week, worked, and I'm thinking in the back of my head, my man ain't reached out to me, so I'm not gonna press the issues. It'll happen when it happens. You know what I mean? So we get Friday, we getting ready to leave work. So I'm messing with my GF. Shout out to Grant. And he was talking to the guys after work, and he looked at me as like, "Oh, you ain't even gonna be working here when the other projects start." And I'm like, "Hey," I looked down, I was like, "What you talking about, man?" So after everybody left, I pulled him to the side. I said, "Hey, man, you trying to get rid of me? What's up? You trying to fire me?" He's like, "Hell no." He said, "You got an interview at 2:00." No, this was Monday. Matter of fact, this was this Monday. He's like, "You got an interview at 2:00 tomorrow." I was like, "The hell you talking about?" He's like, "I sent you a text message last week." I said, "I ain't got no text message from you, man." He said, "Yeah, you do." So I pulled up my phone, I looked, and so they've been ragging me about my damn tool board. It's the pouch where we keep all our tools. Anyway, when we're working in a bucket, Jamel and everybody been ragging me about my tool board. And I took a picture of my tool board and sent it to my GF. And I told him this is a safety man's tool board, and he started laughing. And right after that, he sent me the information about the interview, but I never saw it. Like it was crazy. So when I went back Monday when he said that, and I pulled up the text messages between me and him, I saw it and I was like, "Holy fuck! I got an interview tomorrow at 2:00." And I'm like, "Oh yeah, that's tomorrow, huh?" He's like, "Yeah, tomorrow." He's like, "Vice President's flying in. He's gonna be here. We're gonna have video with all the other
I
big
would have
guys
shit
at the
on
company."
myself.
I was like,
I would have
I
shit
was
on
like,
myself.
I said, "Man," I said, "Okay." I said, "No problem. I'm a lineman. I ain't tripping. I'll be ready." I said, "I'll be ready." And Tuesday came along. I worked up until about 1:15.
You
And
worked and you still had an interview?
yeah.
That's a hard working man right there. Cause I would have took a
So
whole day off.
I mean Jamel's my foreman on this job, so I coordinated with him. I was like, "Hey, bro, I gotta do that thing about 2:00." And he was like, "We'll get you out. I'll get you. You'll be all right." So we worked that out, and got to the office, and I was waiting on them. Actually, they pulled up because they was visiting guys out on the job site, and we went through it. I just told myself that I was gonna be myself. I was gonna be as honest and truthful in the interview as possible. Let myself shine. Everybody tells me I'm got a great personality and I smile and all that stuff. I was just myself, and I think the interview went well. The guy that was there from out west, he told me after the interview, he said, "Man, I think you did a good job." I was like, "Thank you." And I'm just waiting now to hear what the next step is.
Oh,
Yeah,
look
so
at you. My little career, my career daddy making his way up the ladder. Doing
I
a
don't.
career pivot.
We'll see.
You
We'll
know, some
see.
people might say that you are having a midlife crisis right now.
Why would they say that?
Sudden change of jobs.
It ain't really a sudden. Is it a
I know it's
sudden
not.
change?
No, it's not. You've been tired of line work for a minute. Like, not tired of it, but you've been wanting, something different for a minute. But, people be like, that's a big decision. You
It
got all
is.
that job security.
It is a big decision, but one of the things that intrigued me about the position, it's actually the guys in the field. We call it a safety man,
Mm-hmm.
and it's not a really revered position because it's the safety guy. Nobody wants to see the safety guy come on their job site.
Here come
But
this motherfucker.
yeah, exactly. It's like that some bitch don't even know what the hell he looking at. Why is he even out here? He looking up there, but he don't know what the hell he looking at. But
You
that's one of
will.
the unique perspectives that I can bring to the position is that, and plus I have some ideas. And in the interview process, they told me that they don't want a robot. They want somebody that's got their own ideas, that's
Mm-hmm.
willing to help take this company to the next level. So that part, and there's room to grow, with the company because it's a relatively small construction company, electrical construction company, but they're growing and they're growing
Mm-hmm.
fast. So, I'm excited about those opportunities. We'll see once the details get shaken out, and if they all really officially offer me the job, I'll keep you and everybody else abreast of everything that's going on.
Well, you'll get the exclusive here, everybody, on Daddy Daughter Dishes. We'll
That's
have the
right.
breaking news when
Breaking.
that time comes. If my soundboard was working, I would play it, but technology is trying me today, so I can't. So just imagine.
We can't do that. Kevin Hart gonna have a fit when he catch hold of us doing that because he do that
Yeah,
on Colt on
he got
his
too many
show.
lawyers. He
Yeah,
tried to sue us. We
I
ain't got.
can't even. No.
We international, but we ain't got
Yeah.
international money.
Mm-mm,
I got
mm-mm.
about $10.
You got more than I got.
I was gonna ask you if you wanted to talk about it. I don't know if you wanted to talk about it, but so since it's a safety role, you have a little bit of like a past with the safety aspect of the job. Did you want to talk about that
You mean
or
the
touch on it?
the
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 incident?
the incident?
We don't have to talk
Um.
about it if you don't want to, but I've been thinking the whole time, like, I thought that was really cool that you were, interested in a position like that, given what you have been through with
Well,
that.
and what she's alluding to or referring to is early after I topped out, well, finished my apprenticeship and became a journeyman lineman. Uh, I was on a storm call in Chicago, and I was on a crew with a guy. And long story short, he ended up making contact with energized wires and went down in the bucket, and I had to do a bucket rescue and went through this whole investigation. I didn't sleep for a couple nights because when it happened, the guy went down in the bucket and I thought the guy was dead. I was yelling his name. He didn't respond. That's when I started the bucket rescue and, got the other guy, got 911 out there on the phone and got an ambulance out there. And it was just it was a traumatic event because there's times today when we're dealing with certain things, I have I hesitate, and I shout out to Jamel. He made a point to help me work through that. And it's still sometimes it's just one of those things because electricity, you can't see it, you can't smell it. It's some creepy shit if you
Mm-hmm.
think about it. Well, you don't even got to think about it. It's some creepy shit, and to work with
It
it,
is.
if you don't follow the right fucking steps when you up there working, especially when you work in energized primary, you can get taken out and won't even know what hit you. So yeah,
Mm-hmm.
it was a traumatic event. The guy didn't pass away. He got burned, but not it wasn't a major deal. But we nobody that works in the industry wants to see anybody else get hurt like that. We want
Right.
everybody to go home the way they came, and that's one of those things. If I do become a safety specialist, that'll be something that I really focus on and try to get through to the people that I work with.
That's good stuff.
Yeah.
passion behind your next venture. I'm so proud of you.
Well, thank you.
So you got the job interview. We got prayers up if anybody's listening. Keep my daddy in your good prayers for this opportunity, and pray that it fits him, the way that he wants it to and the way that it needs to. Hopefully you get something really good out of this. So I'm excited for you.
Yeah, yeah. The part that really got me excited is the opportunity to grow with the company. Like I
Mm-hmm.
will initially, I'm gonna probably be taking a little cut in pay, but I'll have things that I didn't have. You don't have as a lineman, like paid holidays, PTO, stuff like that. Yeah, we
That man
don't
finna go work for the man.
we don't do that stuff on the line out on the right of way. We try to
Mm-hmm.
money up, and then when we don't feel like working, we just don't fucking go to work. That's
So you look, you kind of like a freelancer.
as a lineman, absolutely.
Yeah,
A lineman,
you like me,
a lineman is essentially an independent
a
contractor. Is what it
contractor.
is. Yeah, because you when
Huh?
you when you got that ticket, man, that ticket is like a passport to anywhere around the world that there is electricity. You can go. I know
Which is
guys
hilarious.
that have worked in Guam, um,
Well,
the
you worked in
Virgin
Puerto Rico.
Islands. I went to Puerto Rico. I've been to California. I've been the East Coast, New York, New Jersey, Boston. I mean, this yellow ticket has taken me places that I would have not probably wouldn't have thought about going, and seeing some things that I wouldn't have saw. I mean, trucking did too. Don't get me wrong. I still got love for trucking. I just, I'm doing other things these days.
Yeah, new seasons for
Yeah, new
new
seasons.
adventures. So it is February. When this episode drops, it will. I don't know what day it'll be. I think Valentine's Day will have passed. Uh, well, you got any Valentine's Day plans?
What in Sam Hill are you laughing about? You silly man. So before I answer this question, what tickled you? Help me understand why you reacted the way you did.
Because, for one, Valentine's Day is not something that we care for. I mean, just in general, like pagan holidays. We don't we don't do those too often.
Holidays. I mean, I really try to express the love for whoever I'm loving on throughout the year. I've not always been the best at that, you know, but I don't try to make up for it one day.
On one day.
Yeah, I'm not. I just have an issue with the commercialization of these days. They just making money off the people, and the people who get we're so conditioned to that stuff that we get caught up in it and just go spend our money freely. And I'm not a big fan of those type of things. But yes, I will be going on a trip though to North Georgia to some cabins with some
Oh, sounds
with some
nice.
with some friends.
Sounds nice. I do. Well, seeing that I am buying a house in a month or so, we are not doing anything for Valentine's Day. We were gonna do a paint and sip, so we still might do that. But I'm thinking like at home spa day, like
Hey man.
Chick-fil-A got a like a 30 nugget heart tray, and we got Scrabble. We two nerds, so we gonna
Hey,
have a good time.
I ain't mad at it. I'm gonna get
Got
me some.
face masks.
I'm gonna get me some Sherry's berries, chocolate covered ice, strawberries, and go get me a mani petty.
Look, me and CJ gonna be around the house with the robes on,
They gonna be
just looking
red.
at each other. Yeah, I don't wear red robes. They're gonna,
No, I'm
they're gonna
sorry.
be.
Yours gonna be pink and
Yes, it's
green,
gonna
and
be.
his gonna
It's
be
gonna
black
be.
and gold. My bad. My bad.
Yes, shout
Shout
out
out to
to
the
our
AKAs and the alphas and all other Greek
that good old.
organizations
You
out there.
know that they call that Lyle love, which is hilarious to me when alphas and AKAs get
No,
together because of the relationship that started with the AKA founder and one of the members at Howard.
Lyle Love.
Ethel Hedgeman Lyle.
Ain't
They
that
call
some
it
stuff?
Lyle love. I
That's
said,
awesome. That's
I
that's
said
that's
that's
like
crazy.
That y'all was meant to be.
Yeah. God did what he had to do. But
No, no,
I
don't
brought,
but.
look, no, I didn't but. Okay, no buts.
What you getting ready
God
to
did what
say?
he had to do. I brought up, you see my pause? Look at that journalism. He did what he had to do. Pause.
Pause.
I brought up Valentine's Day though because if my memory serves me correctly, didn't you used to send flowers to the school for us during Valentine's Day?
I have done that on several occasions. Like the last time I did it, it was in, I think it was in 2019 when I was working, because I was working in California at the time,
Mm-hmm.
and I was making insane money every week. So I just had
Buku
roses.
bucks.
I had roses sent to Century for 2, and sent to North Carolina A&T for 1. Yeah, I was balling back then.
Man, you talk about what's the receiving gifts as a love language? And you used to do that quite often. I mean, I don't know if it used to be like that back in y'all day when you was in school back in those more
What you
ancient times.
what you hold
But
on, player? Easy now, the class of 93, the people that was born in 74, 75, 76, that graduated in 93, we like the beehive. We'll come after you.
I know you will. I know you will. It's all love. It's all love. Y'all
Because that
know it's
was,
all love.
93 was one of the greatest years for anyone to graduate from school. Like the people that graduated in 1993, just some
I know some dope
awesome
people.
ass people.
And it
Yes,
was some dope
indeed.
people born in 93 too. Like, as far as like the people I know.
Oh
You might not
yeah.
know them though.
Oh,
Yeah, because you would be graduating when they would be
Wasn't
born.
Didn't Mez wasn't Mez born in
Mm,
'93? I think he was
me
born
and
in
Mez,
'93.
are we 5 years apart?
I think Mez was born in DJ was born
We
in
keep
'90. I know.
subjecting ourselves to these math equations that we aren't too good
I'm
at.
pretty decent in math. I just ain't as fast with the numbers as I used to be. I had to, carry the one, subtract
You
the
gotta
two.
carry the one. You gotta cancel and borrow from this side. Borrow the sugar. Get the 10.
I'm pretty sure. I'm pretty sure Mez was born in '93. He pretty awesome. Shout out to Mez.
Shout out to the class of 93. Shout out to them
That's right.
70s babies. Daddy, you a 70s baby.
I am 75.
I derailed because I don't even know where I was going. Whoa, yes, Valentine's Day. Flowers. I used to really love those. That was really nice. Like, I don't really care for, the big show of Valentine's Day because, for one, it almost feels like, if you don't understand how much a person cares for you before Valentine's Day, then what they do on Valentine's Day is not going to change that.
You're doing it for the
And
wrong reasons.
most of people are doing it for the public's approval in the first place, because what you'll see on Valentine's Day is all these pictures like, look what he got me, and look at these rose petals, and it's like, for one, that's supposed to be an intimate
Why you gotta
thing.
share it with everybody?
Like, that's something that should
Keep
be,
that shit in
some stuff
house.
stays in house. Did you just
Should
say the
stay
same
in
thing?
house. Yes.
Did you? Yeah, keep that in house. Like, everybody ain't got to know your business. That's how you get people talking about you, spreading stuff. But yeah, that's kind of one of my things. Like, CJ was because last year we went to Nashville, which, it was a Valentine's Day. It happened on Valentine's Day weekend, yes, but like, it wasn't Valentine's Day centered. We just went to have a really good time and go to the museums and stuff. But he was like, yeah, I don't really got nothing planned this year because we get in the house and we got and I was like, I was not expecting anything. I might get you a little card that's got a pun on it or something. But other than that, we cool. I like the little heart-shaped chicken nugget trays from Chick-fil-A though. But other than that, maybe it's just
Yeah,
another day.
I agree. Like, I don't have nothing against anybody who chooses to be all extravagant for that day, but if show your love on a daily, weekly, monthly basis as well. Now, don't just wait
Mm-hmm.
till February. I mean,
Mm-hmm.
it's
Don't set the bar too high either on Valentine's Day, because then you set the bar super high, and then the next year she gonna be looking at you like,
Damn,
Okay,
man,
you bought.
you just bought that damn Christmas presents not 2 months ago.
You sure
Like,
did. Look, still paying off credit cards from that because you probably.
I'm not. That's them people. Whoever y'all keep at it. If I whatever I
I ain't gonna
do,
be in your pocket.
the person that I do it for, she'll be smiling.
That's in house. Keep that shit in house. We don't want to hear about that.
Absolutely.
Okay, enough about Valentine's Day, that pagan holiday.
Is
We
that
got
enough? Because I kind of wanted to talk about you and my
Oh,
son-in-law a little bit.
okay. Would you like me to bring him in here?
That's up to you. I mean, that would be. I mean, I kind of did what I'm about to do or where I'm going with this. I kind of did it at the wedding because it just
Oh,
when I think
go
about
ahead.
y'all, it just
Go ahead. I'm here. Look, it's my time of the month, so I might start crying.
make sure you edit that. That's another some
Why?
shit you need to keep in house. Nobody need to know all that. Damn.
We got a 75% listen to female base. We all know what that is. So if I just start, I'm trying to warn them. So if I just start crying out of nowhere, they ain't gonna be like, "What is wrong with this girl?"
Hold on. My story or what I'm gonna say might be that touching. It ain't got nothing to do with you being at that
All right,
time of
if
the
it's
month.
that touching, I will edit it out. But if it's not, I'm leaving this in.
No, I just Valentine's Day. You think people associate that with love, and I just think about y'all and what I remember is y'all's journey when it first started. Y'all being in was it Junior Beta Club when y'all
No,
met?
it was senior.
It was Senior
Senior.
Beta. Okay,
Mm-hmm.
but I remember going to junior conventions. You know,
Yeah.
and then we in Greensboro, North Carolina.
Funny how
That's
God works.
crazy. And then you end
Because
up
that was
going
before I even had met CJ. We was in
right,
Greensboro for convention.
right, and then got on the Senior Beta, and you going to conventions. You went somewhere, and the next thing you know, this little fella popping up in pictures, and then when you graduated from high school, he called. He's like, I just want to know if it's okay if I come out for Kiara's graduation. He's like, if he ain't nothing, he a gentleman. I swear, boy, like that dude, old men could learn something from CJ when it comes to romance and doing something nice for your lady. Cause that boy he is amazing in that category. Like I remember when he wrote us those handwritten letters and they came in the mail and he had one for me, your mama, and Mariana. Like, who does that? Like, nobody does that. That
While you
I'm
tell that, you continue telling this story because I'm finna pull something up and read it for you. It's perfect timing.
and and then y'all go to college and you started out in DC and he was down in North Carolina and he was make trips up. Then when you went through your situation out there, he was there, supporting you, holding you up.
Very supportive.
And man, and then it got that time, y'all graduated, then he got that time where he wanted to make that move. And I never forget it. I was at work.
You finna do
Uh,
your TMI?
I'm just gonna say, um, and this is in honor of someone I hold near and dear right now. I was sitting on it. I was sitting out on it. So, and I got that phone call from him, and I swear that's the only man that ever had me crying in a bathroom like that. Like he just was, he just asked for your hand in marriage, and I was at work. Like it was just crazy for me where I was at that time. The timing of it,
Mm-hmm.
it was crazy. And I remember, flying out. We flew out to, heck, where were we? Was
We
that
just
in
here in
that was
Raleigh,
in that was in
Morrisville.
Raleigh?
Yeah.
Yeah,
Mm-hmm.
for the engagement party
Yep.
where we
That I didn't know
surprised
was
you.
an engagement.
Yeah.
And I was trying to figure out why you was so upset.
Yeah, because I was on Storm. I was working
Yeah.
Storm after one of them hurricanes that went up the East Coast. and did some damage up New York and New Jersey. It was right after that big storm came across Iowa a few years ago. So
Mm-hmm.
we
I
went
know
to
exactly what you're talking about.
we went to New York. I was working in New York and New Jersey. I think I was up there for like 12 days, and he had the date originally scheduled for the front end when I first went on the storm. And I was like, man, I don't know if I'm gonna be able to make it. He's like, I'll push it back. We'll work on it. I'll just because I want you there. And I was like, all right, cool. And
Meanwhile, I'm like, y'all come anyways. We could have. I'm telling CJ parents to come anyways.
and I'm like, man, and then it just got to the point where, and that's when COVID was going on too. Cause I never forget,
Mm-hmm.
I caught a flight out of New York down to North Carolina, and I went to LaGuardia Airport. It was my first
Ooh.
time at LaGuardia, and I used to just remember how people talk about how crowded it was. And, it was that damn airport was like a ghost town. There wasn't
Oh yeah,
nobody.
because
That's
COVID
when you
was
could,
fresh.
yeah, you could catch a flight and you would be like, it'd be like 6 people on the damn plane. You could sit anywhere you want. You know me, I like them fire
You
escapes
need
aisles
the
with the
extra
extra
leg
leg
room
room. So I
in
was
your
in seven
toss up.
heaven, having a little neck pillow. Couldn't tell me nothing. Anyway, I
Probably was
was
snoring. They probably thought it was a bomb on the plane.
and well, they didn't think that because they didn't stop it. So
Mm-hmm.
I'm probably pretty positive I was snoring. But anyway, went out there for the engagement party, and then you know the wedding. Talk about how y'all planned that thing out to the damn penny, and y'all did that damn Zoom call. I was and did the whole presentation to his parents and us, and I was like, when the fuck is this kid? Like, I don't. I had never experienced anything like that. Like, I mean, I don't have no other daughters to experience, but I'm like, do anybody that is married, anybody shoot some feedback in the comments or something. Anybody ever experienced this kind of thing? I mean, this boy, he and her, they did a Zoom presentation of what they needed for their wedding, what they were going to pay for, and they had three payment options for his parents and me and us. Like, and they was talking, and I just remember I was so out, I was so sold on the wedding. I was like, you know what? Give us the package where I gotta pay the most out of it. Don't we gonna burden your parents with too much of that. Whatever they gonna give, that's what they give. But whatever I'll take care of the rest. And I worked my ass off trying to
You sure
fulfill
did.
that duty, and we got it done. And that was
You
one
sure
of the
did.
that was a for me honestly that was a huge accomplishment for
Paying
me.
for the wedding?
Yeah,
That's really.
that was a huge accomplishment because I didn't want to let y'all down. I wanted,
Mm.
and I didn't want y'all to have to sacrifice what y'all wanted on y'all's day. So when I sent y'all that last payment for
Mm-hmm.
what y'all needed, you couldn't tell me nothing. I was so proud and happy to be able to do that.
You ain't supposed to be proud.
Yeah, I'm not entertaining you tonight. I see what technology when it don't work right, what it does for you. You full of it tonight. You own it tonight. But yeah, that was huge. That was huge for me. And then the actual wedding day, the venue was, man, it was awesome. Um, we had a great time. He was able to make it. That
That was
was,
awesome.
and he was
I'm so
dead
glad he
set
made it.
on making that. He was like, I don't give a damn what's going on. I'm making my baby's wedding. I'm going to that. I wish Pud was here so we could talk about that dinner.
Man, no, because let's talk about it. Because, I talk about black men being vulnerable, but I ain't never seen. So, my we at the wedding rehearsal dinner or whatever with the bridal party and my parents and my side of the family and CJ's family and Fari, my side of the family. And we decided to everybody go around and, stand up, say who you are to the bride and groom and, any well wishes or whatever. Fari is first. And if you know Fari, I'm expecting a very inappropriate, like something that's going to make me go, oh my God.
Yeah, everybody
This
was like,
man gets up and says, I'm Kiara. I can't even do it.
He was choked up.
I who are you and what have you done with my grandpa Fari?
I can't do it. I can't
do it. You go next, Miss Fonda. I can't do it. He had his little sweat rag.
Your son a thief.
He's a thief because he stole my baby's heart. You thief. And then he starts acting up. Thief. I'm like, all right, Fari, that's enough.
That's what I was over there. He said it 10 times. I said, Dad, that's enough. Sit your ass down.
I said, Miss Fonda gonna pop off on you. You better stop talking about a baby. Goodness gracious. I forget. You know what? That was in my archives. I had forgot all about that until you just said that. He really showed out.
I'm going to tell you, it take that damn Pud Jones and Pud and Kim Jones to talk about that story. Boy, we talk about that on frequent occasions, and we just died laughing because then I can't do it. I can't do it. He stole my baby's heart. But yeah, he was so happy for y'all. Like, he didn't look happy in them pictures, but that man was happy.
Oh, he absolutely. Oh no, not he. And some of them, because he snuck to the photo booth and took some pictures by himself. He was very happy. He had his stick and his towel, and
I bet he took some of them pictures and sent them to that girl at the Love's truck stop.
Probably so. I wondered if she know the update. Or is she just thinking he ghosted her?
I don't know. Remember you peeped that out in that picture. He was like, my baby's smart. How she figured that out? I'm like,
that minute. You know that. I said, Fari, that's a Love logo. I ain't dumb. Do you know what I go to school for? I ain't gonna tell you my business. I said that's a Love. I can find her.
Oh my God.
How the hell you do that?
Boy,
that's crazy. He was shook.
Daddy was a piece of work. He was a piece of work, but he really enjoyed himself out there because I tried to do my best to make sure. That was another thing that had me all wired up was once he rode out there with Uncle Dave and TT Squeaky, and once he got there, I tried to, with him being on with the cane, walking stick and whatnot, try to make sure he didn't have to do too much. So I rented. That was one reason I rented that big old truck, that Navigator, so I could make sure that he was comfortable and got around. He got in that thing. You would have thought it was mine, the way he was. Man, this is nice. I said, yeah, Dad, it's nice, but it ain't mine. So don't be ripping the handles out the wall, grabbing on them, getting in and out.
How much you pay for this, BJ?
Right.
Where you get this from? It's a rental.
Yeah, he was something else. But yeah, I just, wanted to take a minute to
not you getting calls during production
I know,
time.
Right? That's messed up.
Quiet on the set, man. Quiet on the
set. I just wanted to take a minute and just acknowledge what I feel like is one of the best relationships that I've been witness to in my life. Like, y'all's relationship with each other and the way y'all operate, it's something to be to strive for. If you could write out a blueprint, that would be a good blueprint on how to move as a couple. I just wanted to say that.
Well, I appreciate that. I will speak for the both of us. I'm sure he would say the same. He's probably in their sleep right now, but that's cool to hear because we just be trying our best out here. Ain't no manual of doing it right, and you don't even know if you're doing it right. But I mean, it's been good so far. I ain't got no complaints. Ain't no return policy. I say
it's working for y'all. So
it's working for us, and we are living very happy and got some great things coming up. Got some great things coming up. You hear Turbo?
I didn't. What I
Um,
was gonna say. I was just
he
getting ready to say,
barked.
where's my man Turbs at?
Yeah, he barked. We have the baby dog who is about.
I heard him that time. He said, "What the
I'm
hell
gonna let
going
him in.
on?"
I'm gonna let him in. Hey, come here. You interrupting the show,
I
dude.
guess he's our first
My God.
guest.
Right.
Turbs. Look at him. He is a. That is. Look at him.
Stop. Be still.
Look at him.
And I'll probably sit here the whole time and go to sleep.
Chilling. That's crazy. What's up, Turbs? Turbs.
Heart beating all fast.
Be like, oh, I got my mommy. Anywho,
That's what he was barking for.
moving
But yeah,
on.
that's. I'm glad you said that. That was nice. Thank
That's
you.
just another thing associated with February, Valentine's Day. What else we got in February? What is February?
We got Black History Month, sir.
Black History Month.
Turbo, you can't be involved in this because you're not black. You gotta get out.
He is
You
black.
are.
Don't be talking to him like that.
He got he albino.
No, his mama black, his daddy black. Damn it, he black.
And Megan Black, 10% of his blood is. Yeah, so we got Black History Month, Daddy. So first of all, it's current events. Let's talk about the most recent Black history that just
Wait
happened.
a minute. Hold on. Wait a minute. I'm gonna do my little tidbit because that situation
you got something to say.
No, it's just gonna require a little more.
Wait a second. Because you brought up the CJ thing, and I said I was going to pull something up, and I did.
Pull something up.
So, this is, if you're on the YouTube, it's a picture that I took when I was at Howard. CJ wrote a letter to Pinky and had it mailed to me on February 8th, 2018, says the following. Dear Pinky, happy birthday. I wish we could have met. My name is Christopher Lyles Jr., but I go by Siege or CJ. This is your day. God blessed the earth with you 67 years ago. I just want to say thank you. Thank you for raising a man that I look up to in Mr. BJ and for also being a big part of Kiara's life. She loves you so much and you inspire her to do all the amazing things she does. Every time she speaks of you, I can hear the joy ringing from her voice. If we would have met, I know I would have loved you as well. You have implemented an everlasting seed of happiness in everyone you met and in people you did not meet, like myself. Thank you for all the happiness and positive memories you left here on Earth. Happy birthday, Pinky. Love,
wow.
CJ.
Damn. See, that's what I'm talking about.
Bruh, man got me questioning if I'm good enough for him. Cause what? When I got that letter, nothing else even mattered.
I know that took you out. I know it took you out.
It took me. I still got the letter. Like I would have went and got it, but I know it's like deep in my files. But man, I was like,
I said it at the wedding. If I had to pick your husband, I couldn't have picked a better individual to be your husband. Like I absolutely love that young man to pieces.
and he loves you too.
He is awesome.
He loved his Mr. BJ, BJ and CJ, the men in my life.
That's my guy.
All right, now off enough sappy shit. What you got for me for Black History Month?
So, if you know me, you know I have this passion for trucking. At one point we talked about it on a previous episode. I owned a trucking company at one time, and we pulled reefer trailers that got refrigerated units on them for hauling food and other things that's got to be temperature controlled from one point to another. So many people don't know that the refrigeration unit it was pretty much invented by a black man. His name is Frederick McKinley Jones, and he was an inventor.
Sound like he make refrigerators.
He had a white father and a black mother, and he was born in Kentucky. End up moving up to like Minnesota or something. But he helped innovate mobile refrigeration and co-founded the company that's known today as Thermo King. If you know anything about semi trucks and trailers, Thermo King is huge in
I
refrigeration
know
units.
Thermo King, and I don't even drive trucks.
So that's just a little tidbit. If you don't believe me, you can look them up yourself. I just wanted to put something out like a little Black History fact out
And
there.
if you don't believe him, why are you here? Why are you trying to doubt what he brought to the table?
Well, they don't. I just said that. Let me rephrase that. Look him
Okay,
up to learn more
because
about it
I'm ready to jump
because he
whoever don't believe him.
definitely existed, and his contribution to this country, like many others, does not get recognized the way some stuff that does get recognized does, and probably shouldn't. But you can't deny the impact that um, our African American ancestors and inventors and creators have contributed to the success of this country. You can try to hide it. I mean, they got that shit going on in Florida now, talking about Black
Taking
history is
the
ain't relevant and
yeah.
don't make sense. What? I don't even understand. I don't want to get no politics, but common sense, man.
America was built on the backs of black people,
it's just
and
it's just
they don't want to acknowledge it because that means that they have to face the fact that their ancestors were the ones oppressing us and being violent and being racist and thinking they were the superior race.
yeah.
Am I boring you? Anyways,
It's just
yeah.
unfortunate that you know, we've come this far along in this country from the mud, from under the mud, as a trying to be
From the
different.
literal ships, you got freaking people jumped off the ships because they didn't even want to be submitted to this torturous journey. Got people in the ocean. Like, when you think it infuriates me. I try not to think about it too much. And then they give us the shortest month of the year.
Well, I mean, you got to look at the history of that too. Carter G. Woodson
I,
started with a week, and it
I
just
know.
expanded. So
I took African American studies, Daddy.
you did. I ain't know they offered
Yeah,
that.
in
Oh, you
college.
went
I
to a
went to Howard.
HBCU. That's right. You
Come
did
on
learn a
now.
little bit. So
I went and I was Black Power for like 2 semesters.
yeah, I
I was
remember.
like, we are
Hey,
the oppressed.
I remember when you was younger and you heard that James Brown used to have you saying, "I'm black and I'm
Black
proud."
and I'm proud.
ah, but anyway, on to your
Yeah.
history moment that
Yes.
apparently
Well, I have
apparently
two. I
okay.
have two. Okay, so my first one is not really anything like super historic,
Mhm.
but I do remember the first Black person who I really enjoyed learning about their history and their story, which was Louis Armstrong.
Mm.
Satchmo, if you are not familiar, he played a trumpet and he had big cheeks. And I picked up his book. I think we were traveling somewhere and we stopped at a truck stop. And they had these book series, and the books had people with big old heads. Like, it was like a cartoon drawing, like it was their small body and big old heads. And his stuck out most because I was like, what? That's a Black man. So I picked that book up. You let me get the book, and then I read it all the way to where we was going. I wrote book reports about the man. He had a
I know
lot of
you did.
wives.
Why you gotta put the man business out like that?
It was in the book. That's all I remember my book report because I had to talk about his marriages, and he had like 6 of them. But anyways, shout out to Louis Armstrong because you and Ella Fitzgerald have a great record that I play on my vinyl a lot. Um, and What a Wonderful World is one of my faves. And Cheek to Cheek, Cheek to Cheek. Like, I could go see him play. I would be so happy if he was still here.
Mm,
But my next piece is a very current, as of
very
when we're recording, this happened last night.
February 7th.
LeBron James.
Lebanon
LeBron James.
Lebanon James
LeBron James has
surpassed.
he is topped out.
He has
He
surpassed
surpassed
Kareem
Kareem
Abdul-Jabbar
Abdul-Jabbar.
for the most points in NBA history. How does that make
That
you,
man,
DJ, feel?
Well, okay, first of all, I'm gonna be honest. It was not a big deal to me at first.
Mm-hmm.
I didn't even know because I just not have been in. I just haven't been in touch with like social media and stuff, and I haven't been watching any basketball, so I just wasn't caught up. And then CJ came home, and I had asked him to do something. It was early in the day. I had asked him to do something. He said, "Babe, I can't do that." I said, "Why not?" He said, "Cause LeBron James is gonna break the record tonight, and I need to be here to see it." I said, I looked up what time the game started. It started like 10. I said, "Babe, you're not gonna be up. You're gonna be asleep. You know you
Sleep,
go to bed at nine
knocked out.
o'clock."
Right.
This man was asleep during the Nets game, and I said, I'm assuming this is your nap.
He gonna catch a
So
power nap.
yeah, he did. We woke up. He woke up, and we watched. And at first, I was like, "All right, LeBron, you missing these shots," but it went from 36-0 very fast, and just seeing kind of the anticipation and then seeing it happen, it was I like I said, I'm not even super into basketball, but just seeing that and knowing that, like, oh shit, we just experienced like
Yeah,
history.
you witness history.
That's and then to know all the work he has done and all the accomplishments he has had, like that's I'm always rooting for LeBron. Like he does a lot of great things outside of basketball just for his community and the people around him, and just seems like an overall good person. You know, you don't know what goes on behind the scenes or whatever, but to the public eye, like he seems like a very good person. And so I just, man, I'm just grateful to be here to witness it. And shout out to LeBron, man. If you hearing this, man,
Shout out to
well, depending on what
LeBron.
my daddy finna say.
I'm not. Hey, look. I'm a fan of LeBron James. I'm not gonna. I don't stay up watching since he went to the Lakers. I can't stay up that late no more. So I
Did you
don't
watch it
even.
last night?
Absolutely not. No, I did not.
Well, don't say it like
I'm just saying, like, it's a
you was
great.
knocked up.
It's a great accomplishment. The man has been investing $1 million a year into keeping his body in shape to continue doing what he's doing. I think he's what 38 years old, and
Yeah, he's
some of the things that he's doing on the court at this age is just amazing. Like you've never seen that before. Like the thing that bothers me, people, the general public, sections of the general public, you know, you say something, you congratulate LeBron, he gets this attention, he takes a
and
lot
get
of
some
heat,
love.
and you got these
Mm-hmm.
people, they just, well, that don't make him the GOAT, or that makes him the GOAT. I don't care what side of the argument you sit on. What the hell difference does it make? Like, give the man, one of my guys
His
I know, shout
flowers.
out to Gabe, give the man his flowers for an accomplishment that is, because he's going to play a few more years, and he's
Mm-hmm.
just that record is just going to get further out of reach for anybody that's playing. There's nobody playing today, I don't think, that's going to come near that record. You know,
You don't think Steph Curry?
absolutely not. I don't know how many points he's got, but the way his body set up
Mm-hmm.
and the way he gets injured, I don't see it happen. Nothing against Steph. He's a great shooter. I mean, I love to watch
Hey,
him play.
facts is facts, man.
But I don't that's a huge, huge, I mean, I think Steph would have to be past Jordan at this point to even have a chance. I mean, I've not
Mm-hmm.
sat down and done the numbers, but hell, you got Jordan, you got to pass Karl Malone, Kobe, and Kareem, and now LeBron. So I don't know how close he is, and I think Jordan's on the bottom of that rung with 32,000 some odd points. So I
That's a
don't know
lot
how.
of points.
That's a lot of points. I mean, LeBron, the man come out of high school, for him to be able to live the life that he's lived, be in the limelight, and not be in any trouble, quote unquote trouble. You know, he's had some hiccups, but it wasn't trouble hiccups. It's like, I think the biggest thing for him, um, is, for some people, for others, we cheer him. Like, he speaks out on social issues. Like,
Mm-hmm.
he gets involved. He don't just hide behind the curtain. He's got that school, and he's doing all those things in Ohio and around the world, around the country, for different people. And he came out as straight from high school. Like, you
Yes.
cannot the average person cannot wrap their head around the attention that man was getting in high school. Talking about they had deemed him the next king of basketball when he was in high school, and for him to like fulfill and exceed everybody's expectations, and you got fucking people talking about shut up and dribble. Like, man, y'all, people are people are
You know
nuts.
what, too? I going back on my soapbox. When I hear that kind of language, it gives very much slave master to slave
Absolutely,
vibes. Same with football. It's like we look at you as entertainment. You are a pawn in this game. You are supposed to be autonomous. Like you aren't supposed to have any feelings or aren't supposed to feel celebrated or accomplished or any of that. You just need to satisfy me
you're
and
supposed to
what
be
I want.
you're supposed to be seen and not heard.
Yeah, and you're supposed to be making, you know, making good entertainment for me to enjoy.
Mm.
And that I have this rule with myself where I don't look at comments on a lot of like things talking about black people accomplishments because there's always somebody in the comments who
Some
is either a
haters.
straight up racist tone like you
Mm-hmm.
or it's like you said the shut up and dribble thing, especially like during the Black Lives Matter protests and all the things that they were doing during then, and hearing everybody's like, this is sports and you need to keep politics and stuff. And it's like, the man is black. He is black before he is a basketball player. So what else do you expect from him and any other athletes that are experiencing? But I'm gonna get down off my soapbox and let you continue. What you
Hey,
were
this
gonna
is
say?
your platform. You can stand on that soapbox as long as you want to.
You know
Um,
what? Yeah, my knees getting tired.
but
Calm
no,
me down.
I'm happy for LeBron. Like I'm actually quietly rooting and hoping to see because I think his last goal is to play in the NBA with his son,
With
Bronny.
his son.
So
Mm-hmm.
I would love to see that myself. Like I might stay up and watch that game if he's still with the Lakers, but I ain't staying up and watch too many games. I do think I've seen clips of his younger son, and man, that boy looked like he gonna be something else on the court too. So I mean, he got a good legacy going, man. I'm happy for him, and but I hate that goat debate because, and I'm a little biased. The times I do engage in the goat debate
Mm-hmm.
because
We know your
my
goat.
guy,
We'll have to do an episode about that and how you touched his car.
it was just I didn't just touch his car. I seen the man for 5 days straight, and he engaged with me on 5 days straight out of my young life. I was happy. You couldn't tell,
Um,
man. I was,
you better say that for another episode, dude.
but anyway, congratulations to LeBron James. One little tidbit that people need to know, if I'm not mistaken, his sons, both of them, were at the game wearing
Mm-hmm.
the real goat's shoes. Anyway, we'll go on. We'll.
I thought you was just saying they was at the game, man. You got me nodding. I gotta wait till you say what you say. You try to get us canceled, child.
No, I ain't.
LeBron.
Greatness recognized greatness.
So sorry,
Iron
LeBron. You'll have to
sharpens iron.
excuse my dad.
LeBron is an absolute. He's a great basketball player, and it seems like for me, an even better person for everything else that he's got going on off the court. Shouts out to him. Congratulations.
That was congratulations, LeBron, and that's a great accomplishment to make. First of all, during Black History Month, like you making history during Black History Month. How
Yeah,
cool is that?
it's pretty dope.
So before we wrap up, I did want to kind of kick off a little segment that I wanted to do as people do review the show and as they email in. Y'all don't know if y'all know, but we have an email that we would love to hear any stories or any feedback about the podcast, good feedback.
I want it all.
Don't
I want it all.
he want it all, but
I
I
want
want the
the
good
negative,
stuff. So
the
if
good
it's
stuff.
bad, put BJ in the
Yeah, because
in the subject line.
I ain't gonna take no straight hate. I'll take some constructive criticism, because I
Yeah.
might respond, and then next thing you know, this potential job that I might get might go away.
No,
So
we are gonna protect the platform. We're good. Freedom of speech. What them people be saying? I have a right to speak my one.
Yeah, don't do that because you know me. I'll
Okay,
go.
I ain't gonna do it. 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 Okay, so anyways, all that to say, we do have an email, and if you send it to the email, we would be happy to read your emails at the end of the podcast. Same with reviews, any messages that get sent to us, anything about the podcast. We're gonna call it the mailbag, and that's gonna be the end of our episode reading those reviews. So I do have one.
Hold on.
From
You doing away with the dad joke?
No.
Oh, you gonna do the dad joke after that?
Absolutely
I was
not.
getting ready to say after that corny ass joke from last time, you might
Oh, I
want to
got a
cancel.
good one.
All right, go ahead. I'm sorry, I didn't mean to interrupt.
So,
Go ahead.
nah, you good. Keep me on track. So the email, I didn't mention email. The email is daddydaughterDishes@gmail.com. So just type the name of this podcast in and @gmail.com. Send us whatever is on your mind. But we do have one. We have 2 Apple reviews, but one is from CJ, so it's a little biased. But the other one, I don't know who this is. It says a dynamic duo all around. BJ and Kiara are the daddy-daughter duo to listen to. Their chemistry shows their true connection, and their laughs are priceless. Got a dedicated listener here. Now, the username says ARAUK, and I don't know who that is or what that might be. But shout out to you, Aruk.
Absolutely, man. That's awesome.
That was a good review, right?
That's great.
So if you leave us a review like that, we will definitely read those on the podcast during the mailbag segment. We would love to read more. So send those in to daddydaughterDishes@gmail.com. And Daddy,
what's up?
Guess what I have for you today?
You got a joke? Did I write this joke?
No, you did not.
I didn't. Dang.
No, this one's good though.
Okay.
It's good.
Let's go.
When Mozart died, you could hear his music playing backwards at his grave. He was decomposing.
Oh, okay. That would.
It was good, right? Look, it took you a second. You was gonna say, "Run to Sam Hill." I saw it.
I was trying to anticipate where you was going with it, and then you just took that left turn. I'm like, oh, okay, I got it. All right.
Yeah.
Okay, that one was better than last week. That's for sure.
That was better. It was better than last week. Well, last week was a good one for me because I was going to get my raise.
Yeah, I guess. Did you get it?
I didn't. Yeah, I did.
Oh, well,
which we got to talk about in the next podcast episode because why my paycheck only went up $100. I need to talk to Uncle Sam.
The ERS and Uncle Sam, they will piss you off. ERS is IRS and Uncle Sam, the government. They will. I don't want to talk about because they just. You want to have an episode on that because
if I'm going to be on my Wesley Snipes.
Bye.
Oh, we don't want to get on the radar. We retract our previous statement about.
No, you retract your previous statement. I ain't said nothing.
Okay, yeah, he didn't say nothing. He pleads the fifth. He is not an accessory to any crimes. Do not look into him. But you guys, hope you enjoyed this episode.
Mike, hold on.
Oh, goodness gracious.
Pull my damn mic out to plug out the mic.
We clowned on this episode. You can tell we done warmed up. This is good.
That's kind of how we started with my mic being unplugged and you thinking something was wrong.
Oh my God. Yeah, y'all. We said first before we sign off, we sit here. I'm sitting here, Daddy, can you hear me? All my stuff is plugged up except my camera. Daddy, can you hear me? He's talking about testing. 1, 2, 3, testing. And I'm like, can you hear me? And so I call him. I see him and I'm like, is your volume up? And he's like, I think so. Then he said, oh, it wasn't plugged in.
I thought we did. I thought we went through all this tech stuff. Here I am over here with an unplugged microphone.
Unplugged microphone. I should have been recording that because that was hilarious. I'm sure we'll have more moments.
The crazy part is that I'm over here calling myself testing my mic, and I can hear myself just as clear in the earphones, and I ain't hearing nothing. I'm like, but I see the little gauge on the screen going. I'm like, well, hell, I'm good.
Testing. 1, 2, 3, and I'm like, I'm here. Ain't getting no response.
You on one tonight?
But Yeah, we are. We both on one. We on one. This is our this. Oh goodness gracious. So, you guys, hope you enjoyed this episode of Daddy Daughter Dishes. If you did, please give us 5 stars on Apple Podcasts, Spotify, Amazon Music, or wherever you listen to your podcast. Or if you're watching live, give us a like, subscribe to our channel, comment, let us know you watched. And we appreciate all the feedback. We appreciate all the good things being said. So keep it coming. And we will see you guys in the next episode.
Peace. Y'all be good. Can't be good,
Peace.
be good at it.
Okay.